AI is taking care of recognizing the objects.
Global competition, a difficult economic environment, and cost challenges, all the while being sustainable, agile, and competitive.
Industrial Metaverse is all about making our processes, products, whole factories more flexible, smarter, and also sustainable.
Is AI gonna take their jobs? They say there are three types of companies. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. In the world of advanced manufacturing, Siemens definitely belongs to the first category. Welcome to Erlangen. We're about to take an exclusive peek into one of the world's most innovative factories. Think AI, robots, and the industrial metaverse. This is where we push the boundaries of what's possible. Let's go inside.
Hi Laura, nice to meet you.
Hi, so excited to be here.
Excited to have you here as well, and we've got a lot of cool things in store on the factory tour.
Sounds great.
All right, let's get started. But first, let's get you looking the part.
Thanks.
And this is where it all comes to life.
Wow, Jan, that's incredible. I can already see the scale of it. Can you tell me a little bit more about when the factory was established?
So the factory was established over 50 years ago in 1971, and it's transformed a lot, of course, since then. Starting off with function-oriented workshops, moving to group work within factory fractal systems. At the time, these were bold steps. This culture and philosophy is still with us today, introducing lean and value stream orientation, and then supercharging this with digitalization and a strong focus on sustainability. All the time, we're consistently leveraging Siemens products and technologies, often even acting as a customer zero for new solutions.
So you're saying the factory basically tests new solutions on itself before offering to the customer?
Absolutely. Within the electronics factory in Erlangen, our employees are not only embracing the digital transformation, but are also shaping it, so testing beforehand. It's really an interesting space to be making changes within manufacturing and really having an impact.
So which specific technologies are used in operations here to manage such a diverse product range?
So we produce industrial controllers for our machine tool systems and production lines, as well as drives and frequency converters. And there we combine state-of-the-art manufacturing for frequency converter and power electronics with the latest technologies such as digital twins, AI, IT/OT convergence, and of course the industrial metaverse.
That's an impressive range of technologies. Sounds like you're tackling some big challenges head on. But why are we doing all of this?
So like many other manufacturing facilities, we're facing several challenges. Global competition, a difficult economic environment, and cost challenges, all the while being sustainable, agile, and competitive. And then there's the elephant in the room. How is AI going to change how we work?
That's what everyone wants to know, right? We cannot talk about the future without talking about AI.
Absolutely. AI is everywhere. We use it in our robots and software to ensure smooth operations and eliminate repetitive and mundane tasks.
AI is changing how we create, how we innovate, and how we collaborate. Come with me to explore how. I'm here with Felix, an expert in industrial AI. So AI is basically already around us. Can you give us some everyday examples where we maybe use AI without even noticing?
If you're watching a movie on a streaming service, the recommendations you see are based on what you have seen in the past, and an AI algorithm then predicts a good recommendation for you.
And what about the people here in the factory? How does AI make their jobs easier?
For an operator at the line, it's the promise to produce better quality. For an engineer, it is the promise to simplify their task of operating thousands of product variations.
So I guess what everyone wants to know is AI gonna take their jobs?
In our experience, AI is not taking over jobs. It takes over tedious tasks. So it changed heavily how people are working.
So we're not gonna be run over by robots anytime soon. Here in the electronics factory Erlangen, what does it mean on-site? Like, how is AI used in production?
Instead of me telling you, why doesn't Jan show you?
Absolutely. How about we head over to our logistics center and take a look at the Pick AI robot in action.
That looks interesting. Can you tell me more about it?
Our main challenge we face at our logistics is the large amount of products we receive from our external partners. We have no information about their dimensions and weights, and sometimes their packaging can change, making it difficult to automate these logistic processes. That's exactly where the Semantic Robot Pick AI comes in, enabling us to automatically pick unknown objects with ease.
So it basically can pick up anything.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
What about my phone?
We can put it to a test. Give it a go. So here you can see the AI is taking care of recognizing the objects while the robot is taking care of the physical execution.
That's amazing. How does it work?
Using a 3D camera, Pick AI identifies the objects in the box and analyzes their shape, position and orientation. Based on this, the optimal gripping point is then calculated. This information is then transferred to the robot so that it can pick up the first part, just like a human would do it.
So Lara, I hope your phone's still in one piece.
I think so. It looks good to me. Thanks, Julian. Oh, what are these roaming robots doing that are buzzing around all day?
I thought you might notice them. Those are our AGVs transporting several different products from point A to point B within the factory.
That's so cool. I could use one of those at home. But how do they know their way around?
So this is all cleverly mapped in the digital world, where we test and optimize our systems and production lines before we implement them in the real world, also known as the Industrial Metaverse.
Did I hear Industrial Metaverse?
Metaverse sounds like something from a video game. What is it in a factory?
Well, you're not entirely wrong, right? When we talk about a metaverse, it's a computer-generated environment where, you know, in your private life, you could meet up with others and play a little bit like a video game. But for factories, Industrial Metaverse is all about making our processes, products, whole factories more flexible, smarter, and also sustainable. And the key difference here is precision, right? If in a video game there's a little glitch or an error, it might look a little bit funny, but in the real world in factories, it could have an impact on production, quality, and more importantly, also safety. So for us, precision is the game, and we're trying to create those very precise, industrial-grade accuracy digital twins that behave exactly like the real thing would in the real world. And that enables us to collaborate across the globe using those digital twins, testing and optimizing as much as you can virtually first before we ever impact reality.
That sounds incredibly powerful. But for someone not directly involved in manufacturing, what kind of real-world problems does the Industrial Metaverse actually solve for businesses, but also ultimately for us as consumers?
And in the Industrial Metaverse, we can virtually simulate how the whole processes will turn out. We can train robots so that they're ready to go the moment they need to start running. We can predict how products will behave and how our production processes will actually flow together. And in the end, this means faster innovation, significant saving of material and energy, higher quality products, and ultimately high cost savings.
What about here in Erlangen? How are we using Industrial Metaverse technologies?
So let me give you an example that I think everybody can relate to. Imagine you're trying to move a new couch into your living room, and halfway up the stairs to your apartment, you realize it doesn't really turn around the stairs, right? We're basically facing the same challenges, but rather with a lot more cost and safety risk involved as well. So we're trying to design our complete factory shop floor using those virtual models of the machines and also simulating how materials will flow and how productive that whole setup will be. And in the end, we can do that by collaborating around the digital version of the shop floor, inviting all the different stakeholders of our quite diverse project teams into that environment so that the engineers can design individual stations or whole robotic lines, and also AI can help us speed up that design process, providing good ideas about the optimal layout as well. So by working digitally first, essentially what we're doing is making sure that the couch doesn't get stuck on the stairs, right? Ensuring no ceiling is too low, there's no collision, we have enough space. In the end, saving us a lot of time, as well as a lot of money, making sure we're really focusing on that first time right approach. And ultimately, AI isn't just helping us in the planning phase, it's already here on the shop floor within our daily lives as well.
That sounds like a new industrial revolution if we can transform the way factories are designed. Surely we cannot be the only ones. How do we stand out in the industrial metaverse space?
So we have been developing the foundational technologies for the industrial metaverse for decades. We've been pioneers for automation, and we have been creating digital twins of products and processes for a very, very long time. Additionally, we are our own customer zero. So we use factories like these, like Erlangen, as our own test beds, where we trial innovation during real-world operations, ultimately making sure that the solutions are mature, reliable and robust before they reach our customers as well. Essentially, we're drinking our own champagne.
If this is the present, then what's next? The future is going to be a very exciting place. The next factory era will take everything we've seen today to the next level. It's designed to be even more flexible, more connected, more sustainable.